Всем привет! I'm glad to see you on my channel. It's finally sunny and warm here in Bukhara. And today I wanted to take you guys to see souvenirs on the local souvenir market. And it's just incredible. There are so many absolutely beautiful, unique, handmade pieces that just people craft here, and they're just very interesting, very beautiful, and I wanted to show you all of them. So let's go. So we started our walk with the nearest tables with souvenirs on our way from the hotel. On the first one there were a lot of magnets and knickknacks, and they sell so many interesting things there, but they mostly look quite similar from seller to seller. Probably they have traditional things to make and make them all together, or maybe even resell them. But I'm not going to spend much time around these tables with knickknacks and magnets, because I wanted to show you more unique and hard to make pieces that inspire me here so much. We found several quite big stores with the real artisans that have been crafting their things in several generations, and they often have their workshop right near their shops. So these several places I mostly plan to show you today. They all have different types of things they make, so I think it would be very interesting for you. I was trying to ask about prices for you everywhere where there was a seller nearby, but keep in mind that these prices do not include bargaining. Usually bargaining at least a little bit is the must in Middle East markets, and it can downsize price significantly, but obviously it depends also on the seller and the particular item you buy. Guys, look at these plates. Just look at them. Очень красивые. The first big shop is the one with plates that my husband found while walking the day before. He seemed quite proud to already know something about this place, and he was commenting a lot. Как жель. Gel is traditional Russian style of blue and white ceramics.
Я вчера все узнал.
Да? Именно голубенькие, да, бухарские?
Ну, они, видишь, узорчики такие определенные. Здесь есть еще другой, следующий тоже голубой, но они здесь более геометрические. Этих мастеров другая школа.
Другая школа.
Это эксклюзивно вообще, типа супер крутых мастеров. Если повернешься сзади, вообще супер крутые тарелки.
Сейчас я повернусь.
Тоже типа отдельный стиль уже. Это рисунки 10 века. Да, там много.
Сейчас мы туда пойдем.
А это рисунки 10 века.
10 века?
Картины 10 века. Да.
Посмотри, там, кажется, Адам съел.
Похоже, да.
А, это типа репродукция.
Ну, конечно, да.
Ну, мало ли, кто их знает.
А там тоже другие еще в комнате. Другой стиль. Сказали, что всего больше 10 школ есть в Узбекистане. Они все по-своему рисуют.
А, это желтенькая такая.
Тут тоже такие же странные узорчики коричневые.
Да, интересно.
Ко? Комната?
Да.
Двойка.
Ну да, прикольно. Разноцветная.
Бегали?
Да.
Нельзя. Ну, даже $50.
50.
Это типа современная школа уже считается. Это не отдельно даже. Дядя вчера мне рассказывал.
Мне нравится все с гранитом.
Да. Вот этот, по-моему, вот этот стиль твоего дедушки. Вот этот стиль.
Ферганская?
Да, ферганская.
Где это?
И вот это такое красивое. Это $15?
Да.
Вот это возьму.
А я думал, ты вот это захочешь.
Какое?
Сюда посмотри.
Вот эту.
Большой.
Поцелуй.
Да. А там вот.
Мне кажется, с такой тарелки очень жалко есть.
Я думаю, нет.
Такие клевые.
Ну, не было бы долго. Я бы ел.
Только из нее.
Только из нее, наоборот. Столько денег потрачено. Здесь чайнички стоят.
Угу.
Чайные наборы.
Серьезно, да?
Они по $50 томат.
Здрасте, здрасте. Мы тут фотографируем вас красоту.
Вы же сами, да, почти все делаете?
Да.
Тетя. Я вчера показывали мастерскую.
Да?
Да.
Plates were incredibly beautiful. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk with the owner, but at least my husband knew something about them already. I've seen many sellers selling plates here and there, but none of them had that many and such unique ones. Это, наверное, народные какие-то. Most sellers locate their tables under round areas with roofs. So in spots like that, there are usually sort of clusters of sellers. Украшения.
На пальчик поднимать? Да.
Колечко.
Колечки.
А тут рисунки, смотрите. For some reason, most sellers were somewhere far from their tables and shops. Probably because it was a bit cloudy and rainy day without many tourists, so sellers were mostly just chilling around together and talking, drinking something. We didn't bother them much because we wouldn't buy anything anyway. We were very tight in our budget, so we didn't plan to buy any souvenirs. Although I left a piece of my heart for these pomegranate plates that you saw before, but we still didn't buy them. By the way, these colorful shorts give me very strong Joseph from Sunday school play vibe. I don't know if I'm the only one. Finally, we came to the very special place with metal plates, and we were able to talk with the owner for about half an hour. He was telling us a lot of interesting details about his work. Здрасте, здрасте.
Если интересно, еще есть внутри, сам делается.
Очень красивые, да.
Внутри это где?
Вот зайдите, хотя посмотрите, там карван-аппарат в Тереkhina. Вот здесь сижу, я делаю. Ну, то, что я делаю, вообще уникально, на заказ делается, вот в 4-м месяце уже делаю, начался.
Ого,
еще
так
месяц-полтора, дай бог, докончу. Да, это не зависит от размера тарелки, брат, зависит от тонкости узора, да. Здесь очень тонкий.
На заказ?
Это на заказ $5800.
Ого.
Хорошая.
Ну да, большая прям.
Видите, вот внутри наша школа. Проходите,
там школа?
Я немножко поздно пришел. Сначала работа, а потом работа. Да, вот.
Да. So he told us that his shop and workshops with school are located in the old caravanserai building. His family got a permission to renovate these historical buildings, which they've been doing for 9 years, and now they can use it for free for their work without any rent for 25 years. He said that his family have been mastering the skill and crafting these metal plates for 6 generations already, so that's now why they have a school there and they're teaching it to local children. They're teaching 3 different skills actually there: sewing carpets, Souvenir embroideries, and decorating metal plates. And everything is for free for children. And here are some photos of this old building before they renovated it. Now it's under UNESCO protection.
В школе мы делаем красный бухарский дизайн, но иногда попадается на заказ. Вот это сейчас в данный момент делается заказ. Сам дизайн, самый старый ковер, то, что нашли из Алтая, оригинал ковра хранится в Эрмитаже. Одна клиентка, ей понравилось, и она заказала такой же ковер, просто из шелка и с любимыми цветами. Размер 80 на 1,20 м. Плотность ковра 220 и общий объем работы 7 месяцев работы.
7 месяцев?
7 месяцев работы. Как раз моя работа. Это $1800.
He said that as everywhere in the world nowadays, there is a problem in Uzbekistan too, that kids and teenagers spend most of their time scrolling their phones. And they're trying to fight that problem by providing free classes for kids and by teaching them these incredible skills of making plates and carpets. At first, it keeps kids busy after school, and then they hope that at least 10% of children will continue to work as artisans and master the skill. It's good because they'll have a job to provide for their families from a young age, and they'll continue to carry the traditional skin through generations. He also liked Agatha and said that he has 2 daughters himself, which is very cute, I think. А вот эти, которые маленькие, почему у вас?
Ну, смотри, здесь не на размер. Покажите именное, я вам скажу.
Ну...
Там именно по сложности.
Вот эти, например, вот эти.
Вот этот, например, они стоят 1 800 000, 2 400 000 сум. Это 180-240 долларов. Там объем месяц работы и там глазурь, это не краска.
А с краской, которая? Глазурь это лучше или хуже?
Нет, глазурь это что? Она не отойдет. Ну, да, это уже вечно. А краска через месяц-полтора от металла, вот мой ученик делает, вот посмотрите, хотя эта тарелка большая, она стоит 800 000 сумов. Смотрите,
это магнитики, да?
Это магнитики, да.
А почем такие магнитики?
Магнитика 140 000 сумов, скидка будет.
Ой, осторожно.
У нас ничего не ломается, брат.
Я про голову больше.
Then he showed us one interesting thing that he has been working on lately. The original item is from 16th century. It belongs to Shibanids dynasty and is kept in the museum at the moment. So he made a replica of it. He has been working on it for 3 years, and at first it didn't turn out for about 3 times, but he was able to make it. And he was wondering if we can guess what this item was used for. To be short, we failed, but maybe you can guess. The middle part of it takes out, and then you can open all 7 containers of it. People used to bring it with them for long campaigns and trips, and we thought that it was something for spices, but no. There were 7 containers, and he said that only men used to work with it back then.
Женщины тоже делают. Если жена делает.
Вика. Отпусти еду.
Сказать?
Давайте.
Это дорожная чернильница.
Чернильница.
He said that in the past, when people were going for a campaign or some kind of a long trip, they've always had a chronicler with them who has been writing and drawing every day about the trip. So for each day, he had a specific color, and people could understand lately what day he was writing about. Red was for Monday, yellow for Tuesday, and so on. So that's why they have 7 containers in the inkwell, and they were adding ink with a drop of water to the container lid, and the paint was ready. The middle holder was used as a pen also. And then he showed us one more replica of vintage things, but this time my husband guessed right away. It was a perfume bottle and a similar eyeliner bottle.
Вот этот подводка для глаз. 27 лет я уже делаю тарелки. Первая моя работа, это в 94 году, еще до сих пор вот она сохранилась. Самая первая работа, когда мне было 11 лет. Да, автограф мой. Меня зовут Анвар. Но сначала до чеканки мы рисовали в течение года. Сначала бумаги, базовые рисунки.
Как рисунок.
Как раз мой ученик нарисовал, и его экзамен, он его свалил. И потому что должен быть минимум 2 ошибки, здесь у него 7.
He showed us some of his new designs he have recently made. First one he called 1001 Nights, and another one he called Spring. He was very passionate about his work and all of these plates, so he was glad to let us touch everything around, and he was constantly talking about different designs and ideas he had. I love people like that. They're very simple and inspiring. They really do love their job, and I think it's wonderful. The plates have a very pleasant relief, and it's very nice to touch them, and I also love colors of most of them. They also have cutest turtles living in their yard inside caravanserai. They live there all year round, and he usually feeds them. They also have baby turtles there this spring, but they were hiding inside the burrow. Ну, мне кажется, ты не нравишься. Anlar wanted to show us his main workspace and the process of making plates. So we came back to his current work for an order, and he said that there is a specific technology to make the relief more significant. Like, uses special movements to do that.
Я вам покажу. Лучше увидеть. Смотрите, каждая линия.
That looks like a pretty hard work, isn't it? Then we went to the biggest store with handmade carpets. It was also inside the historical building and it was taking a huge amount of space there, all the space actually. We weren't able to talk with the seller much, unfortunately, about all the process of making these carpets because the seller didn't pay much attention to us, honestly, probably because he didn't think we would buy anything. So because we were just walking around, watching and filming. So he wasn't into talking much, but at least he called some prices for you guys. Только не трогайте ничего. Details of some carpets looked just incredible. I'm not a big carpet fan, but these were very cool. Like, I would put something like that in the living room. There were a lot of arcs with corridors and no windows, which made us feel like we're in some kind of labyrinth. Ой, вот этот прикольный, смотри, с уточками. Вот этот мне нравится больше всех. Вот этот больше всех нравится.
Больше всех?
Я постелила такой дом. Тебе не нравится?
Красивый.
С цветочками.
Интересно, сколько стоит.
С цветочками?
Ну, сейчас 200 стало.
Ну, я думаю, дорогой. Да.
Пойдем. Спасибо большое.
До свидания. Вот это сейчас смотри, тоже какой большой.
Он большой, красивый.
Ну, так тарелочки понравились.
Вот ты, там специи дядя продает. Another unique place we found was with knives and other different metal items. Men have been working on them right inside the shop. They had a big oven there, a stithy and a bunch of instruments, so they were like working on them right there. Он там самовар. Ой, это наш этот министр. Видишь?
Министр?
Ну, военный наш этот Шойгу, по-моему.
Шойгу.
Приходил.
Приходил. В том году? К вам?
Да.
А там же был на фотке, да?
Да, я.
Да. Купил что-нибудь?
Ну, разве ему что-нибудь продашь?
Подарили. Вот, блин.
А это швейные ножнички или маникюр?
Нет, это универсальный, это для всего пойдет. Здесь два еще вида есть, тут есть с хохолком, это мальчик, а это девушка. Они у нас вырезают все, что угодно, и картон, и даже материал. Даже оно, Дима материал дай, и даже оно жесть спокойно берет.
Ого.
И волосы даже несут.
Ничего себе.
Еще чехлами идет в комплекте.
Что ж так все красиво-то? А ножи почем у вас?
Ножи разные, с $20 начинается.
Ага.
Видимо, от рисунка зависит.
От размера есть рисунка.
Это символ Бухара считается, айс. Раз у нас айс много было, это считается символ Бухара.
Почему так много у вас везде на этих
Нет, это считается символ Бухара.
Класс.
Да.
Бабочка.
We had some time to walk around a little bit more, so we went further from trading domes to the less popular part of the market. There weren't many sellers selling their things, so we didn't spend much time there, and after a while we had a long way back to our hotel. We've also seen some more nice things on our way back. We found cute chests and shop with spices. Unfortunately, the seller wasn't around, so we couldn't ask him about anything, nor about the chest, nor about the spices. And I know pretty much nothing about local spices except the fact that they looked incredibly aesthetically pleasing there. I think you can agree with me. And these round wooden things are bread stamps for baking traditional Uzbek lepeshka or non. I think it's called like that in English. Also, I think this big knick-knack with apple tree is very cute. The last spot was with Woodcrafts. I think these long floral boxes are pencil cases, and these weird X-form constructions are probably book holders because I saw a similar one in the museum here in Uzbekistan. There wasn't any seller to at the moment, and it was prohibited to film inside the shop, so we just had a quick glimpse at the items there.
So we've explored Bukhara's market, and now let's go to Samarkand. Well, I was too optimistic about making the second part of this video as a tour around Souvenirs market in Samarkand, because we didn't find any Souvenirs market in Samarkand. I mean, there were like souvenir shops here and there, but there wasn't any like real market as it was there in Bukhara. Maybe it was, but we didn't find it. So yeah, so that's the end of my video actually. Thank you a lot guys for watching. I hope you liked exploring all of these incredible crafts with us, and like hearing all of these cool people who make these crafts. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.